guys, welcome back to my channel. And I don't know why I'm so excited today, but I think it's because of the topic I'm about to present. And I did this last year, and wow, you guys almost killed me because this is one course I did when I was in campus. It's the environment I'm working in right now, and it's unfortunate to even realize I'm not able to manage myself financially. And yeah, so this really made me sit down, think about the whole situation, look for financial advisors, look for people who at least can assist me in arranging myself financially in 2019. And yeah, to be honest, guys, so far so good. When you make something part of your, how do I put it, when you make something your duty, that you really want to achieve it, trust and believe, guys, you will achieve it if you put your mind into it. So I decided this 2019 I have to organize myself financially, and the tips that I got out of the financial advisors I met, out of the friends who actually took time to talk to me about finances, those tips I'm about to share with you right here, right now, so that at least you can also get to know how to work around your side, so that when it comes to savings, investments, expenses, we are in check. So I don't want to waste so much of your time, guys. I just want to thank the new subscribers for finding value in this channel. What I had to do this year is to try and cut off friends. I know this is a bit weird, but yeah, there are these particular friends in our lives that we don't really want to drop them, yeah, but they are, how do we put it, they're not helping us in life. At the end of the day, when you look at it, these are friends that when they're around you, you'll have to spend, and you spend on things that are not adding value to your life. Yeah, you need things that are adding value to your life. You need to put your money where at least at the end of the day you will earn something on top, not spending on things that definitely will just, so you need to choose the friends to keep around you, friends who definitely have those thoughts of investing, those thoughts of savings, yeah, and when it comes to expenses, they really know what to spend on. Yeah, those are the friends I decided to have around me. And the rest is not like I was just going around and dropping them and telling you, hey, you have dropped you as a friend. No, you don't do that. You just try over time, you just try and stay away from them. Yeah, get busy with things that are adding value to your life. And yeah, we need to avoid soft loans. Yeah, soft loans are these mobile loans. Yeah, I think over time we have like around close to 20 mobile loans. Yeah, you will find Okash, you will find Opesa, you will find Branch, we have Mobi, we have Mshwari, we have CBA Pesa. There are several, guys, and the soft loans you have on your phone. And one thing I noticed with these loans is the moment you take them, you start by like at least 2,000. The moment you take this 2,000 and you're going to pay it in 2 weeks time, you need to calculate, like, when I'm being given this loan in 2 weeks, what is the interest? Yeah, and even there's some that when you borrow, they actually deduct their interest upfront. And let's say you've applied for 2,000, they deduct maybe 300 and something, you have like 1,600 and something. This money is not going to help you. And then after 2 weeks, after 2 weeks, maybe let's say this money, you just spent it, you didn't even invest or do anything with it. This money is going to haunt you. The fact that you have to look for it and pay and borrow again. So your trend will be, every time you pay this loan, you still want to borrow it because you feel these guys are still taking my money. And the more you borrow and pay, the more they increase your limit. They do that up until you get to the maximum bit that they can't lend you anymore, and then they take you back to the drawing board. They take you back to where you had started from, which is a bit frustrating. And when you start with one, trust me, you get to another one and another one and another one, and you will never stop. Yeah, so you really need to stop these soft loans. Yeah, you need to pay them off and just stay away from them. And that takes me to my third point. When you've already paid all your loans, and how you're going to go about this is you're going to arrange all your loans from the highest to the lowest. Yeah, you pay the lowest. Out of the lowest, the amount you used to pay for the lowest, let's say it was 2,000, you take this amount and pay the second lowest until you're done paying the second lowest. You do that until you get to the uppermost, the one which is a lot. Yeah, so in that case, you're going to ensure you are only going to concentrate on one loan, which you give yourself a period of time to be able to finish up paying it. And once you're done paying that loan, just stay out of debt. Yeah, just try and stay out of debt completely. You need to be checking your account statements on a regular basis. By account statements, I mean, for those who don't even have accounts, there are people who are keeping money in their houses that I know of. There are people who they're just afraid of circles, they're afraid of banks, they're afraid of whichever place they are required to be, you know, putting their money for a period of time. They're scared of those charges. I totally get it. But now, for those who have bank accounts, for those who have circles and all that, you need to be printing your statements on a regular basis, to be checking them up because of charges that are there. Yeah, because of you need to know, if I was depositing, in case it was one account that needed to earn interest, how much have I earned? If, for example, maybe that particular account you had fixed money, you need to know how much have I earned out of fixing that money, and can I use this money to invest it elsewhere, or do I need to put it together and continue fixing that money? And I'm sure so many people are scared of maybe getting, how do I call it, maybe getting statements sent to them or printed on a regular basis because they think it charges, which is true. But there are banks that don't charge. Banks like, I would say, CBA Bank doesn't charge for statements. They usually send you statements online so that you can print them on your own. KCB doesn't charge. Stanchart, Stanbic, such banks, they don't charge statements. Equity, I don't know about it. I've never used Equity, and I see they don't charge for statements. Yeah, they send them to you online, so it's you to print them out. In case they need to be certified, that's where you're going to be charged. Yeah, but you need to always have your statements online. Yeah, online, so that when at your comfort zone, at least you're able to go through those statements and see how you're doing financially. You need to be checking yourself, you know. If you're that kind of a person that you just have to have debt, then go for maybe a credit card. Yeah, or just go for one big loan and do something important with it. Because I understand in the US you have to use a credit card, and to some people they even have multiple credit cards and all that. So if you're someone who's living maybe abroad, credit is okay, but just have some manners when handling your credit card. And also, yeah, having in mind that credit card, the money that is in the credit card is from the bank. That is not your money, and it will never be your money. It's money given in form of, given through a card. I hope I've explained it well. Yeah, it's I would say it's a loan in form of a card. It's not your money, yeah. So you just try to be disciplined with the card, yeah. That way, at least you see with the credit cards, their rates are at least affordable, and they give you at least you have options of when you can pay what you have spent, as compared to the soft loans that you take and you're told it's within 2 weeks you have to pay this, or within a month you have to pay this. It is frustrating, guys. Soft loans are really frustrating. If I don't know if you guys normally realize, but there's this thing of spending, and you spend constantly or consistently, I don't know. You want to buy small things every time, like small things every time, like you like every time you pop into something you just want to buy it. You pop into something you just want to buy it because you feel this one, it's not so much, I mean it's just 50 shillings or it's just 100 shillings, this is not a big deal. Tell you what, that money is a big deal. Assuming you are spending 50 shillings daily on just things you don't need, those small things, calculate 50 shillings per day, and then calculate it per month, then calculate it per year. That money, when you put it together, trust me guys, if you're someone who maybe you're always wishing to be out there for holidays and all that, trust me, that money will be able to take care of that. So just avoid those small spendings. Don't assume them. The small amount you spend, that money is a lot over time. So yeah. And another thing I learned is to budget. Yeah, to budget. So there's this guy who told me what I needed to do when it comes to budgeting is when your salary comes in, yeah, the first amount you need to look at is 5 to 25%. That amount needs to go to your savings account. You need to distribute it in even circles or maybe banks and all that. We have savings accounts that earn interest. You need to, just get a place to save 5 to 25% of your salary, yeah. And then you'll have to take another 10%. That one needs to go to tithes and offerings, and you know that, guys. The remaining percentage, you have those expenses that will never go, they will never go away. They're constant in your life and you have to deal with them. Those expenses must be taken care of because they are constant in your life. Like for example, your rent, your transport, your food, yeah, those ones you must take care of. And then the remaining amount, that's the amount now you want to think of. I want to give this amount to my parents, I need to give this to myself. If you have kids and all that, yeah, that is where this money needs to be going to. You manage yourself with what remains, yeah. Don't save what remains. Most of us struggle to save what remains, and trust me, after you've taken care of all the expenses, after you've enjoyed yourself with your money and all that, when you come back and think about savings, you'll realize you don't even have that money to save because you've spent almost all of it. So yeah, budget yourself, guys. I was told that I need to use money in such a way that I will be able to get that money in future. I need to invest it in something that in the next maybe 2, 5 or 10 years I'll be able to get something on top of what I've used it for. Like for example, if you purchase land, yeah, a house, what else, invest in how do we call it, you buy shares and all that, guys, you will never go broke, yeah. Dividends are paid every other day, and yeah, so you need to put your money where eventually, in future you are not going to keep on struggling. You're going to earn something on top of your money. Like, you need to spend within your means, yeah. You don't need to overspend or you don't need to underspend. Just know what you get in a week or what you get in a month, sit down and budget with it, just like I've said in the previous point. Then another thing, this is interesting, you need to save on quality, not quantity. Yeah, for example, for ladies, we usually go for I would say cheap makeup, or even cheap handbags, or even cheap shoes. But you realize someone who buys quality bag, just one quality bag, would go 1 to 3 years without purchasing another handbag. But you choose to go for bag worth 200, 500 shillings. This is one bag that's going to sag over time. This is one bag that's going just kidogo kidogo, you're walking in town, next thing your bag is down, meaning the handle was weak, the handle was not properly fitted because of, you know, the whatever, the quality of materials used were compromised. Yeah, and the next thing, you have to purchase another one, because definitely you need to be, you know, moving around with a handbag. When you look at that circumstance, like let's say in 2 months you're buying another bag, again in 2 months or in 3 months you're buying another bag. When you add up all the amount that you're spending after every 2 or 3 months to purchase another new bag, when you add it up times the 3 years that the expensive bag that the other lady bought is worth, trust me, you're going to spend so much money, more than even what that other lady had spent to buy the super expensive bag, because of its quality. Yeah, so it's never about class, it's never about you lacking or anything. You can save money and buy something quality and stay with it over time. Yeah, okay, that bit I was taught, but I just wanted to let you know, though in my case I try so much to go for quality, not quantity. The advice to get these mobile apps that at least can assist you in tracking your finances. One that has really helped me so much, and I wouldn't lie, it's Loop. There's this one particular account. You can open it online. It's called Loop account. You can download the app. It's also called Loop. It will assist you to budget your everything. It will assist you when it comes to traveling. You'll know what you need to allocate for traveling. You will get spaces for you to feel about the finances you get, you know, how much you spend on this season and that, and it will even advise you on the things you need to cut out of for some time. And it will really assist you if you can't manage yourself financially with just writing down the things you need to achieve or how you need to work around your finances. That will really guide you, trust me guys. And then there are other apps. I tried using them there, but they were not as detailed as the Loop one. So if you can open that account, it can really assist you. You can even just open it, even if you're not putting money, just open it so that at least you can get to see how it's going to assist you in terms of budgeting yourself. But trust and believe, eventually it's one account you'll want to keep for the rest of your life, because of just how it will be tracking your finances and assisting you guys. So yeah, go for it. Okay, this point that I'm about to talk about, I'm sure 100% of you guys are highly affected. You always go shopping when you're hungry. Please don't. Please, you need to stop, because I used to do that a lot. When I'm hungry, that's when maybe I go shopping for one thing and I realize, I feel I need that taste. I feel I need taste for that. I need, I find myself buying so many snacks in the same supermarket. By the time I'm sitting down to eat up all this, I'll just be able to have one packet of maybe crepes. The rest of these things will just be piled there. And then I realized over time, once you're satisfied, you can never think of eating. You can never even think of drinking water. Yani, you're just so full, you just want to sit and be there. But you realize you've already spent money on things you didn't need, just because you went to the supermarket when you're hungry, or the market itself to buy fruits. when you're hungry and decided to buy the whole market. Avoid shopping when you're hungry. As human beings, we normally talk about basic needs. Yeah, basic needs must be met because they are basic to our lives, guys. These are things you're not going to assume. Yeah, and we realize we have basic needs. At the same time, we have those extra needs of ours, but we want to meet the extra needs and not meet the basic. Like, for example, we want to shop for stuff that we don't necessarily need, but those things that are going to keep our lives out there, those things that are going to make people see that we are doing better in life when we are not. Yeah, we leave out things like, let's say, rent. Yeah, you want to be running up and down with the caretaker every time, with the landlord. Every time they call you, you try and miss their calls and give excuses and all that, but at the end of the day you have to pay for this particular whatever, for this need. Yeah, it's constant in our life. We don't need to ignore these constant needs in our life, meaning we need to set money aside for extra needs. In that way, I would say, if you're employed or if you have a business that you know this is the particular amount I get every month, please ensure that particular amount is channeled to your basic needs first. Yeah, before your extra needs comes in. And in case it's not enough to even take care of your extra needs, look for extra source of finances to take care of your extra needs. Mark that point, guys. Look for extra sources of finances to take care of your extra needs, because I believe they're also not going anywhere. You also just need them. Yeah. The final one I would love to talk about is we need to avoid going for I would say top ups. Let's talk about the soft loans. Once you take them, yeah, you want to pay them and still go for, so this will just be debt, debt, and debt on top of debt. Like, it's not helping you. You're not going anywhere. The part of your life that's growing so much is the debt side, yeah, not the investment side. You need to avoid this story of, I've taken this loan, let me go back again and top it up. Let me go back again and top it up, or let me just pay it and again, borrow the same amount. Yeah, now the interest has increased, the period has also increased, but you don't care. And then another thing, you don't even look into, what really am I going to invest this money in? Is it that I'm just taking this money because I'm able to qualify for it, or what? Because for what I know, there are people who normally just check those apps just to see if they can qualify for the loan. If they can, they just take, and they're not even going to do anything productive with it. They just want to take those loans. I mean, they're just addicted to debts like that. So these are things you really, really need to stop. Just this life of debts, you need to keep it out, especially when it's on things you don't need, and maximize on this side of savings and investments. So I've really worked on that, and honestly, guys, this is something that I really took interest in, to ensure I've checked myself financially, to ensure I've looked for people who are really going to assist me in my journey of working around my finances. These are the things I used. They worked for me, guys. If you really take this, whatever presented here, positively, it will really assist you. And in case you have a friend, you have a relative, or whichever person that you think really needs advice when it comes to finances, who really needs to organize him or herself when it comes to finances, feel free to share this video with that particular person, because I want you to get it from me that it worked. And right now I am so happy about how I'm handling myself financially. I don't just get up and go for holidays. I just don't get up and go for swimming. I just don't get up and go eat at the joints I used to eat at. Like, the way I used to do it. I have to sit down every time my salary hits my account. The first day it hits my account, I don't even touch my account. I wait till the next day. And as I wait till the next day, I sit down, write everything that I need to put my money on, pray over it, and ensure tomorrow nothing changes. I honestly pray about it, guys. I just say, I know this is the extra amount that's going to remain. Lord, let me know where I'm going to spend it, and wherever place I'm going to put this money, let it benefit me, let it benefit the next person. Yeah, at least get to have extra money that even when you're driving, when these beggars who normally come at your window to ask for money, you at least have some coins to give them, at least have something to give them. Not that every time you see them you feel bitter, you feel, why are they even asking me? I mean, these people, they're crippled, for crying out loud. So you get so bitter just because personally you don't have money, because you've recklessly spent on yourself, so you don't even have extra money for even yourself, or even helping that person. So you find yourself mad at everyone, even strangers. So you really need to check yourself financially, guys. If you've benefited, if you've enjoyed watching this video and you've taken note of what you really need to you've taken notes of the things that are really going to assist you in this video, please like it. Please, you can leave a comment down below or even after 2 or 3 months, you can still come back and comment and tell me, hey Lydia, I tried using these things, they never worked out for me, or I tried using these things and they worked out for me. I would be so happy to change someone else's life out there with this video, guys. Goodbye, guys. Thank you so much for your time.